goes a little something like.
Hello, Literates. I'm Britt Ryderly, and welcome back to Writer's Ambition. For those of you who've been hanging in since episode 1, use a real one. And for those of you who are just finding my humble channel, welcome. We hope you stay a while. All right, today is October HonesTEA vlog. I almost forgot. I'm not gonna lie to you about it, but I didn't want Salter to hit me up in another live and be like, "Where's your HonesTEA vlog at?" So I was like, "Oh, let's do that today. Let's do that today." Because I'm not trying to get hemmed up in these writerly streets, although I appreciate the demand. I appreciate it. I'm taking that as a good sign that y'all are liking it. So I do appreciate it. And thank you for any of the new subscribers. We are so close to 500 Literates. So I'm really excited about that. I'm already thinking about what sort of like celebration we should do, like a live or a giveaway or whatever I'm thinking. So if you have any suggestions or whatever, feel free to drop that in the comments below. And while we're talking about what to do with this video, don't forget to smash that like button, and if you haven't already, ring that bell, ring that bell, so you don't miss a single upload or a live. Okay, so also, do y'all see the new outlay? This occurred to me not 5 minutes ago. I was sitting down and I was like, man, I really hate that I do these HonesTEA vlogs. I really hate that I do these HonesTEA vlogs, and I'm always like facing my sink. Like, it's ugly. Like, it's fine. It's functional. That's what it has to do. And the oven is fine, but I don't like having that as a background. And then I looked to my right when I was sitting right here in this chair where I usually film. I looked to my right and I was like, if I filmed from this other chair right here, then they would be looking at a mirror, and it might be kind of distracting because they would be looking at the back of my head in a mirror reflection and me, and that's a lot. And I was like, well, or I could sit to my left and they would actually, if I moved to the side, you would see my office and my bookshelf. And I was like, oh, that's fine. I don't know why it took so long for that to occur to me. Please don't at me. But we're going to be filming from this angle from now on. Yay! Because it's just so much cleaner. And I love it. And I still get to sit at my kitchen table. So I'm really enjoying it. Okay. So, y'all, this HonesTEA is light on the sugar. Because your girl is moving to a carb smart diet where I'm supposed to be eating less carbs. That I need to. I really do. So I didn't put as much sugar as I usually do. I was going to do it black. And then I stirred some ice into it so that it would cool down. And I just tasted a little bit of it to see if it was, cooled enough to drink. And I was like, no, I'm sorry. No, I'm not doing that. Everything is fine in moderation. I haven't even had this tea in so long. No. And it is black. I didn't put any almond milk in it. Like, because you can do almond milk, but it has to be unsweetened. And I'm like, what's the point of that? So, no, it's black. It just has some little sweetness, like me. Black, but a little bit sweet. Not too much, but a little bit. So I didn't put how much sugar I usually do. So I was like, we're just going to have to work this out because there's no way I was drinking that as it was. There's just not. Okay, so let's hop right in to this HonesTEA vlog. How did I get on this page? Hold on, y'all. Okay, let's hop right into this HonesTEA vlog. So let's start with my a review of September HonesTEA goals and merge that in with the you did that. So my September HonesTEA goals were to finish my pitch war submission, to reach out to beta readers, to plot hashtag second fantasy, and to continue with the scene inventory for Tales of Eliza Black. So I did finish my pitch war submission. Woo woo! That is going to be coming out. By that I mean the announcement of who who was accepted is going to be announced November 6th on their blog. I will probably forget on the day of to even check. But so there will be an update on that in the November HonesTEA vlog, so look out for that. And I have to say, like, so that was the goal. And I did that. I finished. So, woo, you did it. Number one, finish Pitchworth submission. But also, I think the bigger celebratory note of that completion is that I feel good. Like, last year when I did Pitch Wars, I was very much like, oh my gosh, I have to have a mentor. If I don't, I'm not going to be anything. And I'm never going to be able to, like, publish or get an agent. All these things, like, I was hanging everything on getting into Pitch Wars. Whereas this submission cycle, I'm like, I submitted. I chose the best mentors that I could. I did the best on my manuscript that I could. And que sera, sera. You know, like, what will be, will be. And whatever, like, God already knows the dreams that I have, and I am doing my best about being intentional to use this gift that God has given me as a ministry for His glory. So, since that's the case, whatever He says, whether yes or no, is what needs to be said for me to move forward on my journey as I need to. Not on the journey of, like, what I want if I get everything that I want when I want it, but the journey that will ultimately be for my good in the end. So I'm like, well, if that's Pitch Wars, that's great. And if it's not Pitch Wars, that's great too, because I'm confident that that's God's answer, right? So I'm just really at peace with it this year. And I'm just like, if it's not Pitch Wars, it'll be something else. If it's not Pitch Wars, it'll be something else, which takes me to my second goal of reaching out to beta readers. Because again, I really, really appreciated the advice that lisellesambury gave on her live for Blood Like Magic spoilers. By the way, she dropped the sequel cover today. Liselle said, I'm not playing any games with you peasants. I'm not. And we appreciate it. We really do. So, anyway, the video she did where she talks about, like, she submitted to Pitch Wars, didn't get in, but a good beta reader is like a mentor. Sans all of the, like, guidance in the query trenches and what have you. So I was like, oh, I didn't know that. So I did my second September HonesTEA goal of reaching out to beta readers, did that, have sent it to 2, and have asked that they return it to me by the end of November, and they have said that they can absolutely do that. So regardless of whether I get into Pitch Wars or not, I will be getting feedback on my manuscript at the end of November. Great. So, like, I have less, it's not like, whereas before it was like, if a Pitch Wars mentor doesn't read my manuscript, who will? Okay, well now I just came out of a revisions workshop, picked up two new CPs, grateful for that. Also have met another author who is, like, open to a relationship. That's really, really great. I super appreciate her time, and she's been like, yeah, let's continue to walk together even after this revision workshop concludes. That's helpful, right? So, like, mentors come in all shapes and forms, so I guess that's why I'm not messed up about whether or not Pitch Wars works out. Because I will consider it to have worked out either way. Whether it's a yes or a no, the fact that I don't feel that anxiety, it's worked out, and the fact that I can get what Pitch Wars offers from various other outlets, it's already working out. Could I get it in one place in Pitch Wars? Yeah, sure. But also, could I get it from beta readers? And also advice on the industry from author and several authors who have, like, been available to me for questions. Absolutely. So whereas last year I didn't really have this network that I'm building, so I really felt like it was all or nothing with Pitch Wars. Over the past year I have built and I'm continuing to build a network where I can get those things from several different places, and that's perfectly fine. So, and it will be without the intense deadline of Pitch Wars, right? So I am just so at peace with where I am this year as opposed to last year. And I think having peace before I submit to Pitch Wars has everything to do with the peace I have even after I submit to Pitch Wars and even before I get the verdict on that, I guess. All right, so 3rd September HonesTEA goal was to finish playing out hashtag second fantasy. Did I do that? No. I decided that before I plotted, I needed to do some world building research, so that's sort of where I am. But even with that, I'm pausing because I don't want to put too much on my plate. I just came out of deadlines. I'm in a deadline right now with the dissertation. We'll talk about that in a second. So it's just like I don't need to have 3 projects open. I want to just focus on one right now, and that's Tales of Eliza Black, which takes us to the 4th HonesTEA goal for September, which was to continue the scene inventory for Tales of Eliza Black. Finished that just last night. I'm so proud of myself. Now, let me clarify. By finishing that, I don't mean that I finished the entire novel. I mean that I finished the scene inventory for all of the scenes that I had created. So I had gotten up to I had gotten all the way through chapter 12 and up to chapter 13. And so I finished rereading the manuscript. I know what all has happened. I know who knows what. Like, I know all of that now. And I worked back up to where I stopped. So now I am on chapter 13, which is right in the middle of the book. So basically in the fun and games plot, I guess. But yeah, I don't know how Save the Cat is going to work with Tales of Eliza Black. Not that it won't. I did not outline Tales of Eliza Black according to Save the Cat. But I think that the pacing is fine anyway, and I think that it's going fine anyway. But we'll talk about that later when I am done. Right now, the first drafts, I am telling the story to myself as, who was it? Jill 2. She said that on Twitter. She was like, the first draft is just you telling the story to yourself. And that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm not really pressed about outlining and pacing. I'm trying to get the story out. And so we have sort of slipped into October HonesTEA goals, which are I want to resume writing Tales of Eliza Black. So I worked a bit on it last night. Something came up, I had to pause. I'm going to be working on it tonight. I cannot wait. Because I'm also, hello, I didn't even mention that because it wasn't planned. You did that. I applied to the JL, who's the author of Wings of Ebony, her street team Ruse Crew application. So basically like a hype squad to help promote Ashes of Gold, which is the sequel to Wings of Ebony, which y'all know that I love with all of my heart. She has a street team for that where like fans or writer, whoever, people can apply to be on the street team of Ruse Crew. I was accepted. I'm super, super excited. There's like 70-ish of us, and it's just a really, really great community. And some of them are writers. And so some of us who are on the street team who are writers are going to get together and do writing sprints tonight, private writing sprints tonight. I'm just excited to meet them and excited to get some work done for Tales of Eliza Black. So that will be happening tonight. So that's another You Did That, because that's, again, another community, another network of people who I can talk to about publishing things, which is why, like, Pitch Wars, that would be great. But if it doesn't work out, I am happy that I'm not pressed about it. And congratulations to everyone who does get in. Best of luck. We're all good over here. Like, I just feel peace. And I love that for me, because you really can't buy peace. You really, really can't. And for me, y'all know I'm a Christian, all glory to God. My peace really just comes from me remembering daily, minute by minute, hourly, that nothing is happening to me or with me that God has not allowed. And I just find incredible confidence in that. So I'm just looking back on like how far he's brought me. Literally last year, this time, I don't even know that I had started the HonesTEA vlogs yet, but I was living and dying off of everything, off of every Twitter pitch contest, over every application, over every query rejection. I was just like feeling worse and worse and worse at everything that didn't work out. And it's like, well, the story had other ways that it could grow, right? And it has. And I also needed to get to a place where I wasn't living and dying off of that anyway, and I'm not now. So that's just also really, really great. So I'm glad for all the rejection, because it allowed me to have a year to like be grounded and go into the next stage of my writing journey, whatever it will be, way more level-headed, way more peaceful, way more confident and secure in myself and in who I am, right? So that's really, really great. Resuming writing Tales of Eliza Black, gonna do some of that tonight as I meet these new writers. I'm really excited to meet them, etc., ABCD123. And so the second and final honesty goal for October is to finish a full draft of chapter 2 of my dissertation. Because I wanted to say I'm gonna finish Eliza Black this month, and I do want to finish Eliza Black this month, but it's not gonna happen. It's not. I almost said it could, and maybe it could, but it's probably not. It's probably not. It's October. What's the date? 18th? Yeah, it's Monday, October 18th. I have a very, very busy week. And the chances, and then by next week, it'll be like the 26th, whatever. Like, the chances of me finishing Tales of Eliza Black this month are just slim to none. And so I actually want to finish Tales of Eliza Black by the end of November. That's a more attainable goal. So that's what I want to do for Tales of Eliza Black. So that's why the goal is to resume writing and not to finish, even though last month I was like, oh, I can definitely finish. But now that we're in this month, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's not a thing. But I do want to finish a full draft of chapter 2 of my dissertation. It's going really well. I had a really incredible writing day. I could have kept writing, but I needed to stop and do other things like respond to emails and record this and whatever. So, but it was a really, really great writing day, and I am confident that I can finish a full draft by the end of the month. And I even have a schedule written out of how many pages to write a day to get me to 26 pages, which is a solid first draft of what I want. My first chapter is 35 pages. That wasn't the plan, but that just happened with revision and, edits, whatever. It just added up when I added in sources and engaging other thinkers and whatever, which might happen for chapter 2. But as far as my first draft needs to be at least 25 pages. And that's just with the introduction, dealing with the 3 books that I'm dealing with, all the things. It will take me at least 25 pages. I'm on par for that. I'm on page 15 today. So I have 12 days to write 10 more pages. We got this. So that is my honesty goal for October, and we are in great shape to do that. I'm super excited. Thank y'all so much for watching this somewhat rambly October honesty vlog. I really appreciate all of the support. I appreciate every single thumbs up. I appreciate every single hit of that big red button, every single ring of that bell, every single share. Nicole shares my videos regularly, and I really, really appreciate you. Nicole's channel is also, you should definitely check it out. I'll link it in the description below. But I really appreciate every single person who watches my videos. Even if y'all don't always comment, I still appreciate you. The watch time is there. I appreciate you. If you made it this far in the video, comment season of peace, because that's really what I'm feeling in my writing right now, and I'm so grateful to God for bringing me to that season, and I pray that I can remain here no matter what. So if you made it this far in the video, comment season of peace down below. I am rejoicing in that for myself. I wish that for all of you that are watching, whether you're a writer, a reader, whoever you are, whatever you identify as, I wish you a season of peace. And God, I just wish God for everyone. I really do. He's amazing. I recommend him. I know there's a complicated relationship to him with different people. He's amazing. I recommend them. I do. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.